I've been in the bando with the chick. Well, Jimmy Choo Sando, cause I'm rich.
How does it feel to be from here and watch the evolution, you know, and be a part of that and see like how, you know, the art world has evolved?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I think people are starting to recognize that, you know, art is food, you know, and you can't live without it. So at first, you know, I feel like it was real popular, you know, back in the 70s, you know, maybe even the 80s. But then it became saturated because then people just started print everybody's work, you know, and reprint, and then nobody was really buying prints like that, you know. So I think a lot more people, you know, have a voice now and have a lot more to say, you know, especially like what's going on with, you know, Black America, you know what I'm saying? And we, you know what I'm saying, we continue to fight against, you know, social injustice, you know, fighting against poverty, you know. So I think, you know, the younger generation, you know, say we have more, I guess, sense of entitlement, but also then you got the ones that's, you know, militant and they got more to say. So you're gonna see more art, you know, especially like on the in the city, you know, you're gonna see that restaurants and people are starting to see that you gotta infuse art into your space, you know, because you want people to have, you know, a great experience when they come to your restaurant or they come to your local business.
Yeah, no, facts. You're absolutely right about that. That helps a lot. So now, are there more, you know, exhibits in the city now for artists to go to and like showcase their work?
Yeah. Future Gallery, we just did a show over there.
Shout out to Future Gallery, y'all. Y'all go check them out.
Yeah, Future Gallery just opened up not too long ago, and Eugene Bird is the art curator and also the owner of the gallery.
Shout out to Eugene.
And he just had a show not too long ago, last night. Well, 2 nights ago. So yeah, shout out to Eugene Bird. He gave me a platform to put my art, you know, in his gallery. So I really appreciate that.
That's super dope. That's super dope. That's super dope.
Yeah.
That's super dope. So I know you're into reading books. What type of books are you reading now?
Right now, I'm reading books about plants and how to relate to life. You know, that's more so like a personal book I'm reading, but the last book I read was Gucci Mane's autobiography.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I have that upstairs.
So I had finished that book, but you know, that was an amazing book, man. It's a beautiful story. But I noticed that in his book, he had talked about a book that I had read that inspired me to paint, which was the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success by Deepak Chopra. So in that book, you know, it talked about infinite creativity, this idea that you can have the potential to do whatever you want to do. You just got to realize your potential. And in that book, he said, go back to what you was naturally gifted with, what you was innately gifted with, your talent. He said, that's your passion, that's your true passion. So when I had read that, I was like, yo, I gotta do something that I've been doing. Like I said, I started drawing when I was 4. You know, my mom, she came in the living room one day, and then she saw a man standing on the railroad track. I took a crayon and I just drew it on the wall. And she didn't even know I did it.
Yeah.
She was like, who? She felt like somebody came in the house, you know, and then drew on the wall.
Yeah.
So, you know, and when I had that memory, I said, man, I did that. I said, I'm gonna go to the store. Went to the store. I had bought some materials. I built the canvas, and that was my first paint.
Yeah. Nah, that's super dope, man.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun that we're talking about painting because I have a future date. They want to sip and paint.
Okay.
But, you know, we ain't gonna sip. They want to kind of like paint and do something. So I might go ahead and set that up. I might go ahead and get in my paint bag, man.
Yeah, it's therapeutic.
Yeah,
man.
I know. I wanted to get into that, man. So, what is it like being an artist, man, and pouring out your emotions with a paintbrush and paint and you know, just basically just draw? Like, how does that work? Like, whatever you're going through in your mind, do you just kind of let your brain guide your hand and just see whatever it puts on the, you know what I'm saying? Just like a Ouija board in a way, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. So, I mean, to speak on that, like when I first started painting, like I would just draw, you know, just get my technique down,
Yeah.
and then I go back and start painting.
Yeah.
But now, and it's another artist that really had a major influence on me today. His name Gilbert Young.
Gilbert Young?
Yeah, Gilbert Young.
Shout out.
But he told me, he said, just don't paint. You got to paint to tell a story. And then he said to paint from life.
Yeah.
So what I did was I did this piece over here.
Okay.
This I never painted fruit before.
Show it to us real quick.
I never painted fruit before. This is the first time I painted fruit, and I did this for my mom last December. For a gift for her. She had been trying to get me to do a fruit bowl for her for like over 15 years, right?
Yeah,
and I finally did it. I finally did it.
How long does something like that take?
It took a while because it's actual real fruit. So I actually I staged it.
Okay.
I had the light, hitting on the fruit. So, it took a while, because
that didn't come from your mind.
Yeah, that didn't come from my mind. So I actually staged that.
Okay.
But so that helped with my I guess my technique as far as playing with shadows and different variations, Yeah. But what I do now is, I treat the painting like it's a freestyle. Like how rappers go in the studio and they can freestyle. Like my brother, he a rapper, so that's how I used to hang around him and his group. Money Inc.
Shout out to Money Inc.
Yeah, and they work with Sam Snead from Death Row, major producer. So I'm watching them all the time. That kind of influenced me. Like okay, yeah, they freestyling. So now I treat my paintings like a freestyle.
Yeah.
I won't even draw on it. It'll be a blank canvas, and I just start painting. And then whatever comes to my mind, whatever emotions I have, whether it's anger or something I was feeling, pain or joy, is I take all the emotions and I just put it into that canvas, put it on that canvas.
Nah, man, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. So, what are some projects are you working on now? Before we get into that question, let's speak about this painting right here next to you. Is this a young lady looking at the mirror and she's seeing Michelle Obama?
Yes, that's a good interpretation. Yeah, it's called A Woman in the Mirror. So she basically looking up in the mirror. She's looking at the modern day woman. The mirror represents the past. Mm-hmm. So we gotta learn something from our past, and the young girl represents the future.
That's awesome. That's deep. What influenced that painting?
So actually, I was commissioned to do this for the city of Dunwoody, for the Parks and Rec, and it was a Women's History Month. So I was just thinking, I was like, who represents the modern day woman?
Yeah.
And to me, I was like, for me, that was Michelle Obama. Because she came out with that biography, Becoming. Yeah. And then one day I was just surfing the internet, and then I had this idea, of a girl just looking at, a mirror, looking at herself in the mirror. Yeah. That's the first thing that came in my head. So I was just surfing. Yeah. But then I came across Norman Rockwell, a girl at the mirror. Yeah. So it was like I almost kind of recreated it, but I already had the idea in my head before I even saw his.
Yeah. I feel that. So how does that work though? Like, how do you? I know I'm sure like everybody don't think the same, but I know how do you like prevent from doing something someone already done?
Yeah, just making my own.
Yeah.
Making my own.
So you just take some type of ideas and kind of like, for instance, let's say if he put Michelle Obama in the middle, you put her more on the side. Like, is that how?
Well, in his painting, it's a picture of the girl in the mirror, so she looking at herself. Okay. So that's the difference. Okay. She looking at Michelle Obama.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. Yeah. So that's
so it's almost like is it really a reflection of her, or like who is she trying to become? Is she trying to become Michelle Obama, or is that the modern day woman? So it's almost like it's questionable.
It's opinionated.
Yeah, it's opinionated.
Nah, that's dope, man. That's one thing I like about art, man. You'll see some work, and it's like, okay, what does it mean? It doesn't have a real meaning to it. It has a meaning, but it's like whatever it means to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of secrets get held with art. You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people say a lot of messages, a lot of secrets. Like when you talk about Egypt and the artwork they put on the wall, they was telling like was really speaking, and you know you have to go back and study those things. So that's why I like art, because it has a lot of different sides to it, and it sends out a lot of different messages.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And it'll last forever.
Yeah.
It's recession proof.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. It's a lot of value in art, you know. So that's why, honestly, I was like, I started doing it because I wanted to collect something that had value to it.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, man. So, man, look, man, I ain't gonna hold you up too long. So, what do you have coming up as far as shows and exhibits?
So I'm gonna be at Bonfire on November the 20th, and then I think the following Sunday, the 27th, I'll be at Bonfire again. So I will be doing a live painting there. We're going live. So y'all definitely come and check it out. You know, it's gonna be an amazing show.
Dope. So this the lead up for it, this the build up for it, man. So man, I appreciate you for coming through here, man. And
Yes,
doing an interview with us. Is there anything you want to say before we leave?
I mean, I just want to thank you for the opportunity. This been an amazing interview. You know.
Thank you, man, for coming through, man. Tell the folks how they can follow you and, you know, support your work.
All right, so you can follow me on Instagram at I am.KingManuel, KingManuel. So make sure you put I am, not I am, but it's I am. That's it.
Dope. And you know how to find us, man. It's your boy, Rich and Faith TV. We always working, we always grinding. Until next time, I will be back with another one. And I love you all, man. Thank y'all for supporting this show. Everything, man. Thank everybody that I ever interviewed, man. I send my blessings out to y'all. Keep doing y'all thing. Keep going up. Welcome to the Rich family. This is now a Rich member. And look, we out. Be blessed.